Okay, before I start this episode, I think I'm gonna switch up my eye color because the plain old default one is a little boring for my taste. I want to change up my look a little bit. So let's go for the blue context because, well, I do have blue eyes after all. Perfect. I'm gorgeous. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Pokémon Sun and Moon. This time, as you can see, I'm playing in Moon version, and once again, just like in X and Y, the version difference showing profile thing-mabob is going to be playing as the girl. And also, once again, I'm playing with the default player character name in Sun and Moon, or 7th gen, I guess, to be more specific. In the Alola region, the female playable character is named Celine, and just for reference, the male character is named Elio. Anyway, but to begin this episode, I'm gonna show you my Moon team. So, first and foremost, say hello to Trumbeak. Trumbeak is the evolved form of Pikipek, if you couldn't tell, because it really just looks like a grown-up Pikipek. It's level 14, it has the ability Skill Link, and these are its moves, as you can see right now, because of the way I edit this series. And my second team member, which you already know about because of the pretty much second episode of this series, I chose Litten at the beginning of Moon. And quite honestly, my Litten has a bad nature for this, but it's an in-game team, not a competitive team, so shouldn't really matter too much, and plus Litten is an attacker anyway instead of a special attacker. The only thing that sucks is the defense is a little on the low side. Would have preferred special defense being low if I had to choose, if I had to choose my perfect nature. But they're pretty much on par with my team in Sun, so yeah. Anyway, in this episode we're going to be taking on the first trial, and something I should point out, I haven't pointed it out at all for some reason, but that's also because I haven't shown off Moon yet. Well, let's rectify that now. So, Sun and Moon are actually pretty interesting, because while they do work on a day-night cycle, they're actually 12 hours apart. So, if I were to press the home menu right now, takes a little while, don't worry, you can see that I'm recording this at 1 in the afternoon, Eastern Time. But it's dark in the game. That's because, again, 12 hours apart, so if you're playing at night, in Sun version, it actually is nighttime. But if you play at night in Moon, then it's daytime. It's pretty cool. Anyway, we're going to be doing the first trial. I think I've been repeating myself, but we're going to be doing the first trial here in the Verdant Cavern in Moon version, because I actually like it better in this version compared to Sun version. Let me formally welcome you to the Verdant Cavern. I am your captain, Ilima. Allow me to explain the basics of my trial. What you should attempt to do is defeat 3 of the Pokémon that lurk here in their dens. Then reach the pedestal deep within the cave and collect the Z crystal there. You'll need to be completely in sync with your Pokémon to succeed. Oh dear, and there's one more thing I forgot to mention. Many strong Pokémon make their home in this cave, but one stronger and more fearsome than all the rest, known as a totem Pokémon, also resides here. It will be the greatest obstacle you face as you attempt to clear my trial. By the way, until you clear the trial, you will not be able to catch Pokémon in Verdant Cavern. This is but one of 7 trials that you will face during your island challenge. And it begins now, the trial of Captain Ilima. So, here in Pokémon Moon, it's the first real version exclusive difference between Pokémon Sun. In Pokémon Sun, you will encounter Yungoos in this first den, while, as you saw earlier, in Pokemon Moon, you will encounter Alolan Rattatas. Nothing really against Yungoos, but again, it's pretty much like the worst rodent ever in the first route. But I also wanted to show Moon off instead of Sun because, again, I like it better. The Totem Pokemon is more interesting to me in Pokemon Moon than it is in Pokemon Sun. And to show off the first version differences, I figured, let's just do Moon first, instead of waiting another, 10 episodes to show off Moon compared to X and Y. Alright, so we can pick up an item right here. It is a Super Potion. That'll be pretty useful, actually. Let's head down to this next little den here. And this is the first instance of a Pokemon coming from the den instead of us checking the den itself. And it's yet another Alolan Rattata, and once again, if you're playing in Pokemon Sun, it instead will be a Yungoos. Alright, so, let's use Rock Smash here again with Trumbeak. Although, well, Quick Attack, oh, that didn't even do too much. And, well, how many levels are we ahead of it? 4? 3? I think 3. Almost 4, though. Yeah, we're 3 levels ahead. That's okay, though. Yeah, it just makes it easier to, take out these Pokemon. I already did the trial for the most part off-screen in Sun, just, get it out of the way. Anyway, where am I going? Oh, yeah, I'm going down here, because there is TM31 Brick Break. Oh, yeah, Brick Break this early in the game. Oh, definitely good, especially if you caught a Makuhita previously on one of the routes. And look, it's that final Pokemon lying in a den, so let's go ahead and go through this little hole in the cave, which has a loading screen, and you basically just squat down and wait for the screen to go black just so it can cut it. A Super Potion lies beyond here, and if we were to check on the den, the Pokemon has actually moved. It's moved to a higher up portion of the Verdant Cavern. So, let's climb up this hill and check the den up here to find that once again, the Pokemon has moved. So now we need to head all the way to the other side of the Verdant Cavern, but hey, look, it's like a gym guide, but it's not a gym guide because this is a trial and gyms don't exist in Alola. I'm a trial guide, here to help young boys and girls attempting the Island Challenge. Looks like there is one more Pokemon for you and your team to prove yourself against. Thank you, Trial Guide. Now, Clyde is the name of the gym guide commonly in, well, at least in Pokemon Black and White. I don't know if the guide has a names in, has a names? Yes, has a names in X and Y or Oraz or anything. Actually, did they ever have names in other Pokemon games before X and Y? I mean, Black and White? I don't really think so. But you look like, I'm trying to rhyme your name with Trial. Tyler? Tyler the Trial Guide? I don't know. I guess that works. Anyway, checking this den, you can see the Pokemon has moved back to the previous spot that it was when we first began. Let's cross the bridge here in the cavern, and we're gonna be interrupted by the Skull Gang. Yo, yo, yo! It's your Berry Thief boys back again. Remember us? Sorry, who are you? Oh, I see. Just 'cause we switch places, you can't tell who we are anymore? Who cares about that anyway? We're here to mess her trial up, yo. Oh yeah, that's right. Let's go get that Pokemon, homie. That's right. In the middle of our first trial, technically, because the trainer school I guess you could count as a mini one, we're actually facing off against Team Skull for the second time. So this Team Skullgrunt is the one that had the Drowsy that we fought in the Berry Fields. Luckily, actually this was a lot easier to fight in Pokemon Sun because of Cutiefly, but we can easily take this out, at least we should, with a Peck, maybe an Echoed Voice. Peck should probably do the trick though. We are 3 levels higher than it. Oh boy, actually that didn't do as much as I thought it would. It didn't even get it into the yellow range. That's a little unfortunate, but oh, that time we got one thanks to a critical hit. Thank you, Trumbeak, for getting that critical hit, as our Pokemon gain more experience by defeating the Team Skull Grunt. What's up with that? For real though, I can't get my skull around it. This kid's mad strong, yo. Nah, it ain't even like that. This kid is straight up dangerous, homie. I don't know, man. Isn't this whole place trouble? Yeah, it totally is, homie. I mean, that thing is so strong that regular Pokemon don't even want to come out and battle. Yo, kid, you know there's a mad strong Pokemon lurking back there somewhere, right? I'd run if I were you. Nah, we ain't going out like that. We gotta get our revenge. Go stand over at that den and catch that stalking Rattata, yo. For real? Fine. I've got no bones to pick with you. Ah, so it's a very strong Rattata, is it? I believe it'll be through here at this first den we went to that we actually saw the dust cloud coming out of. So let's hop down, check the den, and let's go ahead and fight that very strong Rattata. Just kidding, it's actually the evolved form. It is Alolan Raticate, and we're seeing it for the very first time. Look at his chubby cheeks, don't you just want to pinch him? Anyway, if you are playing Pokemon Sun, instead you will find the evolved form of Yungoos, known as Gumshoes. So, yeah. Oh, wow, the Alolan Raticate survived. Anyway, so yeah, Gumshoes, I'll put a picture of Gumshoes up on the screen now. It's pretty interesting, cause, Gumshoes is obviously similarly named to a Ace Attorney character, or a Phoenix Wright character. I don't know if it's from Ace Attorney, the character Gumshoes. Named after a Phoenix Wright character, and Gumshoes kind of resembles the 45th President of the United States, so it's a very interesting dilemma. Anyway, we've defeated all of the Pokemon here in the Verdant Cavern, so now we actually can finally make our way to the back of the cave, and we can take on the strong Pokemon. Fantastic! You prove your strength to all three Pokemon. Then go right ahead, inside. And we will be doing that as soon as I heal up my team, cause it's gonna be an important battle coming up. So we've cleared the little pre-trial, which basically is a pre-test, this trial format, to what you experience if you're playing Sword and Shield, cause in the gyms in Sword and Shield, spoiler, gyms got brought back, you have little trials like this before gym battles in Sword and Shield, which is kind of cool. Anyway, my team is all healed up, because I really only had to heal Trumbeak, and we've reached the Totem's Den in the Verdant Cavern. Now, there's actually a rock right here, and you can see that there's well, you can't see it right now, but there are extra items here that we're gonna need to come back for. For now, there's a shiny thing here on a pedestal, so let's grab it. We have been challenged by Totem Raticate. Totem Pokemon have an extra ability where one of their stats is boosted by a surrounding aura. And this will also be the first instance of something we've seen in the game. As long as we can not take out the Alolan Raticate in one shot, which, yeah, it's pretty strong because of its higher defense. So, Totem Pokemon have a very special ability, although it's not exactly rare because this can happen in the wild. Totem Pokemon will call on an ally. And you might have guessed by now that in Pokemon Sun, the totem Pokemon is a Gumshoos, and their ally that they call will be a Yungoos instead of an Alolan Rattata. So, this is a similar situation to a wild battle mechanic known as SOS battles. In the wild, regular old Pokemon that aren't totems can also call for ally Pokemon, and you can actually do a chaining of shiny hunting by doing SOS chaining battle things. Anyway, when you take on a totem Pokemon, when they call their allies, I recommend you pretty much just target the totem Pokemon just to get them out of the way, because if you were to just target their ally, they can eventually call on more, so it's easier just to take out the totem first. Anyway, we took out the Raticate, so now all we are left to deal with is this Alolan Rattata. And Trumbeak also grew to level 15 during that time, so that's exciting. Anyway, let's use Rock Smash here on this Alolan Rattata. It is a little bit lower leveled than that Raticate, so it should, and indeed it was, taken out by a Rock Smash, which means that we have cleared the trial in the Verdant Cavern by defeating Totem Raticate. What an incredible trainer you are! For you to be able to defeat the totem Pokemon that I had trained up to such a powerful state, I don't know what I can say. Working in harmony with your Pokemon, you have cleared the trial of Alima. You're a phenomenal trainer. Congratulations, Celine. The Z Crystal from the pedestal is yours now. We've obtained a Normalium Z, and we've put it in our Z Crystal's pocket. What you have just received is the normal Z Crystal. It is known as Normalium Z. Now, if you let a Pokemon that can use a normal type move hold that, and strike an elegant pose like this one, then you will be able to strengthen a normal type move by unleashing Z power. Moving right along. Ah yes, first there is one thing I forgot to mention. The totem Pokemon. In every locale where a captain holds his or her trials, you will encounter a particularly strong Pokemon, like Raticate, you know. And during battles against such Pokemon, they may summon allies to shore up their offense. Wow, I actually said that right and then I screwed it up. And I've already said this, Ilima, come on, man! Perhaps Pokemon and Alola are simply more inclined to help one another. Since you have managed to defeat the totem Pokemon and proved yourself, you can now try to catch any of the Pokemon you find here in the cave. In fact, have some Great Balls. 10 Great Balls. Very, very generous. Thank you, Captain Ilima. And here, let me see your Pokemon. Let me see. Wow, I keep saying the right thing. I thought it said heal Pokemon, but Ilima does heal your Pokemon, so no need to worry. If we're done here, I have something interesting I'd like to show you. Come with me to Route 3. Alright, let's head out of the Verdant Cavern. Unfortunately, we might encounter some wild Pokemon. I don't think I have any repels on this file yet. Maybe I do. I don't think so. I do have some repels. Okay, never mind. Let's use a repel, because I don't want to run into any wild Pokemon right now. I'd like to actually get to Route 3 and get all of this over with. So, let's encounter a dust cloud coming out of the den. Alright, I think it's just going to be an Alolan Rattata, yeah. Alolan Rattata, it's nice to see you again and all, but I took care of 2 of you already, and then 2 of your evolved form. Actually, I've taken care of 3 of you because of the ally one. I'm just gonna run from the battle, thank you very much. I will maybe see you another time. But for now, I'm just gonna hop down the ledges multiple times, and I'm gonna head out of the Verdant Cavern. After I run into the rock, apparently. Greetings, Captain Ilima here. As you travel around the islands of Alola, you will find Captain's barricades here and there. These barricades help mark areas where particularly strong Pokémon can be found. Anyone can pass through them, of course, if they are escorted by a strong trainer. Those attempting the island challenge can pass the barricades as long as they clear the trials. Are you ready? Then behold the power of a captain. Actually, Ilima, that looked more like the power of Tyler the trial guide. Viola, your world just got a little bigger. I am the only captain here on Melee Island, meaning my trial is the only one here. Now that you have cleared the trial, please inform our island kahuna, Hala. Hey there, Celine. Oh, looking at the expression on Ilima's face, I'd say you cleared your first trial, yeah? Guess I better give you a little reward. Time to learn about Z-Power. Woo! You thought the tutorials were done? Nope. As soon as we finally get our first Z-Crystal, we have a bit of a tutorial to comprehend with. Yeah, Kukui, thank you. I already know about Z-Crystals, thanks. Although I should probably actually go through the motions for people that are playing Sun and Moon for the first time or seeing it for the first time. Watch and learn, cousin! Well, you'll see it in action, because, of course, like the catching tutorial, Kukui is gonna guide us through a tutorial on using Z-moves. So he runs into a wild Growlithe here, and once again using his Rockruff, he's gonna show us the power of Z-moves. If holding a normal AMZ, you can choose a Z-move and do the Z-Power. Check it out! And there it is! That's what Z-moves look like, except obviously each Pokemon has a different animation style for using each Z-move, but they're pretty much the same all in all. Ugh, Pokemon, Z-powers help trainers' feelings onto all the Pokemon, yeah? Which totally wears you out. Using Z-power once per battle is all a team can handle, yeah! Oh. So that is why you've been looking so ragged, Professor. No, it's like I was hit with amnesia. I forgot that I lost Lily somewhere on Route 3. Think you could spare some time to help me look for her, Celine? I can go and have a look around the cave for you, in case she wandered that way. Thanks, cousin. Let's split up and find her. Yeah! I assume Nebby escaped the bag again, not listening to Willy, and Willy ended up going and chasing Nebby, which means that's how she got lost. But there's only one way for us to find that out, and that's to go find Lily herself next time on Pokemon Sun and Moon. For now, thank you for watching, and until next time, catch you later.